Oh shit. That's a good way to start this one. Good afternoon, everybody. Whoever. Whew. I think I watched my last couple of videos, and I think the camera was aimed a little low. Aim it up more. Just want to see the video. Just looking at the ground. Just wonder how it is now. Let's try that. It might be too high, but I can't fucking. Oh, no, I see. Yeah, that's good. I've already verified it. I was just watching a video about. It was about how in the early 1900s, before World War II, before even the First War, there are all these articles, all in the New York Times too. I wonder what that means. And it was all, every story had the number 6 million in it, and Jews. It would say things, it would say 6 million souls will perish. It's just like predictions, and you know, what they were doing is programming people's mind to a number. So how fucking evil is that? That's 6 million number, and it's 6, and it's 6. It's just 6 because of the beast. That's the beast. But story after story, they use the 6 million and the Jew in the same story. Headline. Fuck, that's fucking crazy. I knew that already from a long time ago. I learned everything real quick. But that's just premeditated evil. I mean, so if there's any question about, does anybody from that religious sector know that the Holocaust was BS? And they do know. They all fucking know. And they're all benefiting from. So God damn it. What the fuck? I fucking hate that shit. Fucking always fucking happens. And it's not. Ah.
The other newspapers I couldn't really track down, but there's a lot of New York Times ones, and there you see it for yourself.
Fuck. Preconditioned lies. Predetermined. That's, you know, if you didn't know that, I mean, that's like just one of the things. It's a nail in the coffin. It's like, I say, I heard a voice. I always say that it's that group is the devil. That was my feeling from the get-go. Hasn't changed. It's like 4:30. A little late start. It's all right to get the shade after in the afternoon. Whew. You know, this whole fucking thing, here I go. We've been going through, gonna go through. Let me see. The whole deception that's been played on the whole fucking world by this group of people. You know, it was mainly on the back of this, our country, on the white country, and that, you know, white man's country, whatever. Because the biggest piece of this whole thing is NASA and the fake moon landing, the whole BS with space travel. They're not going anywhere. They can't go anywhere. It's so, they make so many mistakes too. It's so lame. The whole space station thing, it's just what a load of crap, dude. You think that's what's, dude? How the, anybody who believes the space station, let's just take a minute to go through what it is. Well, one thing it isn't is aerodynamic. That's for sure. And if something was going to travel non-stop through space, whatever you want to call it, you know, and at 17,000 miles per hour all the time, never slowing down, all in a gravity whip around this basketball earth, using no fuel, they say it whips itself around, and gravity is what does it. So it does not need any type of propelling any motor. So it's a gravity whip. So as it drops, I'm trying to understand, say it without just fucking laughing. So it's dropping as the, okay, it's going around. Okay, the Earth is spinning. Okay, so let's remember that. And that big giant fucking solar panel fucking retard machine is dropping and being held from losing altitude by, see, I can't even say it. I don't know how the fuck they can even explain it. It's dropping around the Earth, but gravity is what's pushing it down. So, but it's what's also keeping it up. I could have never been a fucking science teacher. You'd have to sit there in front of kids and say that shit and believe it or act like you did. That's criminal. Now, if you just think about it, what they've told you is scientific. It is just so far beyond bullshit. You know, and that's kind of, it's ended quite a few of my friendships because I didn't give anybody ultimatums, but I really can't be friends with somebody who won't use their mind. You know, I got one friend that just makes damn sure he does not look into it, because I know he knows it's the truth. He's like peeping through his eyes, like through his fingers, like, oh, it's not there, it's not, if I don't look, it's not there. But you know, you can't make people deal with things the way you do. And I can imagine for some people it's scary, the enormity of the lie, you know, and the purpose of it. And that's what I was going to start talking about, if I can stay on track. And that's that the NASA whole deal, it is the, you know, it was the same group came over here in the background of everything that happened in World War II, that everybody's heard of a paperclip project. But you know, those hearings and all that, it was a bunch of bullshit. Nobody fucking, you know, the few that went to prison or executed or whatever weren't the ones that should have. And they weren't from that certain faction of religious group that seems to be void of any type of wrongdoing, but infinitely victims while torturing. But that's what's behind NASA, is that. That's why people say, you know, they're all the astronauts are all Freemasons and stuff. Well, they are, and they're not all little hats, but you know, the Freemasons was the way to they had to, it couldn't be all Jewish, because then it would be all Jewish. And for the most, until recently, you didn't think of Jewish when you thought of Freemasons. You thought of, you know, like just a minuscule, like or at least I did. They kept it under wraps. But it's the way for a Jewish organization to infiltrate communities and to look not all one religious faction. So all those, it's the Freemasons who run that. NASA, basically, all the astronauts, I mean, pretty much they all are. But, you know, they never were going anywhere. They knew they couldn't. It wasn't even like an exploration thing. They had already done the exploring, you know, without telling anybody. Anything they tell you is bullshit. They tell you, you know. So NASA was never, I mean, and they think of the trillions of dollars that has been laundered through there, and all these projects, these satellite projects and shit that are really just these cheap fucking satellites hanging from balloons, spinning around the toposphere, staying in the fucking what do you call it? The wind. I can't even think. That's what happens when you get tired sometimes. The wind, what do you call that thing? The spinning wind at top of the earth. Fuck. Jet stream, god damn it. And the jet stream, that's what all those, you know, pilots use. You ever see a jet stream map on a basketball earth? It looks like the weirdest fucking thing you ever seen. I mean, there'd be no explanation for the wind going in all the directions it was. But then when you look at it on a top map, which is a map, the truth, you can see it. Everything spins out in the middle. It's like, it makes too much sense. Actually, the weather website deleted that view because they called it the topical view, but it's just the top view of a flat earth, and it's too, you know, when you look at the jet stream, how it spins perfectly, I mean, it's one more verification that the earth's flat. And if anybody who watched this and wanted to go verify it wouldn't be able to, because the Weather Service a few years ago canned that fucking top view because it was too revealing. Everybody was going there looking at it and using it as proof. So they just took the data out. One less view. Hey, actually, years ago, I used to use that exact example on people to try to wake them up. Usually it doesn't. Nothing really helps. You can show them anything. Nothing helps. I didn't know you would, you know, your eyes need to want to see something with your eyes. You can't just look. You go, oh, look, there it is. I didn't realize you have to have faith in what your eyes are seeing. And that's the problem. You don't need it. Just use your fucking eyes. Let your instincts take you where to go. It's like God tells you that too. It's like every time you hear something from the science world that doesn't make any fucking sense, because it doesn't. I mean, it's hard to accept that nobody was trying to teach you. They were really trying to push you in the wrong direction so far that you'd never figure anything out. But that's reality. You know, I have so many friends that I don't talk to anymore because of that shit. And it's stupid. And I say it's not my fault. Other people say, why do you let something like that get in between your friendship? And it's not that. It's the everybody who's already where I am totally understands what I'm talking about. You know, and it's not easy. Well, for some reason it was easy for me, and I could tell the Earth was flat right away, and then everything I saw after just verified. And I got angry. Everybody has a different reaction. I was angry. It made me angry because at the time I didn't know who was really responsible for the whole lie. I thought it was just, you know, the elites or the generation before us or whatever. I didn't realize it was a religious group. So I was pissed, because that's a really horrible thing to do to a whole generation of millions and millions, billions of people, to tell them the universe is something. There is no universe, really. We're inside God's creation. Everything they've told you about a universe is they've exaggerated. And it's so easy to verify. You just can't, once you know there's a roof over this place, you can't get out. And you know, whenever they show you any space travel, anything that goes far away, you know it's not. I mean, they're bullshitting you. So when a rocket goes up, I don't even know if the rockets are real anymore. They might be holograms. I know one of them was, because about a year ago or so, maybe it's a couple of years, one of Elon's rockets went up, and it staggered. It went like stopped. It was jumping. It was fucking. It's because it wasn't real. It was a hologram. Oh, and that also that one thing that looks like a dick, that fake thing that all the chicks got in recently, that was so lame. But when they did that before, it did that. It stopped and went. And they did it as a joke, because they're laughing in your face because it's a giant dick. Especially the last one where they did chicks, all these stupid chicks getting a giant dick, and they're not in it. The G-forces that you're going to experience in that, for most, even in a really good shape man, you might die, or you'd be knocked out or something. None of those women could have handled the G-forces like that. Bullshit. Their hair wasn't even messed up. Everybody knew it was fake anyway this time, because the door issue. But they were all fucking fake. Just they were. Now most everybody understands. And I just have a feeling, I told my mom too, she's visiting, I have a feeling I'll see those 3 bears again today, because it seems like towards the evening they make their way down from the mountains into their nightly feeding. And animals usually do things kind of regularly scheduled, somewhat. I know they like to. But, so I wouldn't be surprised to run into them again. I just don't want to run into them like I'm heading up the trail and they're coming right down the trail. Because then I'm going to have to jump off the trail and just run up the side of the mountain to avoid the confrontation. Like the last couple of times, it's just been too damn close. They don't scare me, but fuck, dude. They almost took my backpack from me. And yesterday, I don't know if anybody saw the video, but yesterday, that mom was really looking back at me. I think she was a little pissed, a little bothered by me. I think it might have been because when we were down there and I first saw him, I hit that fucking noise thing a few times. Which now I know isn't going to save my life. I just make a lot of noise as I'm bleeding to death. Because it has like 3 different tones and I tried a couple. It's loud enough to scare him away. He kept him away yesterday. So, but I thought it was going to be a lot louder. But then again, like bear spray. I mean, dude, if they're that close to you, I'm not gonna feel really good about a spray shot. And once they get close enough, they don't need to see you. You can smell they smell everything. I hope I don't have that thing too far up. Maybe it is. The GoPro video is definitely better though. Definitely. Except for the few shots where my head, side of my head gets in there. You can see my hands and stuff. That's not. But that's cool. It's like you're almost like the camera's my eyes almost. If I had eyes on the side of if I had eyes on my shoulder. Whew. Oh fuck, man! I've been, dude, the whole way I'm not taking one sip of water. Yesterday's sock. My arm sock. I lost one yesterday. I didn't even talk about it in the video. To keep my arms from getting bit by mosquitoes. And yesterday when I got out of there, I had to get out of there kind of quick, so I got out of there quickly. So I just had shit in my hand. But I'm running late this afternoon, so this will be, if I run into him today, it'll be like probably in a half hour or so. If they're on schedule. But I faded off again. It's that same group of people. It's giving us the fake universe, fake solar system. No, and you can go back to probably like back to sun god worship to explain that whole, the sun being so big and everything else being small. But it's dude, it circuits the fucking earth, and it's small. I see clouds go behind it, in front of it. It's not a burning ball of flame, whatever they say it is, 93 million miles away. And if it was, it wouldn't be heating the earth up, because it's too far to even see or anything. And people argue with you about that, and it's like, dude, everything that you see is about 70 miles away, all the stars. So your brain thinking the billions of miles and the light years, that's imagination. You've been lied to. Think practical. Think of it this way. They laugh at you for believing their fucking science madness bullshit. Pseudoscience. I think a ball of fire can light up and heat small portions of the earth at a time. From 93, give me a fucking break, dude. So it's 93 miles away, and it shines right in that fucking focused area. Give me a fucking break, dude. And anything that tells you that it's not science, man. Because science can be proven. And if your eyeballs see something, it's not billion miles away. If you don't, even if you can see it with binoculars or telescope, anything, if you can see it, it's not that far away. Because the telescope doesn't make you see things billions of miles away. Because we can't see it that far. So telescopes only take things, those stars that are like 70 or so miles away, and makes those look closer. So the lies have extended your brain, your vision, your brain, and it's thinking how far you can fucking see. I mean, if we could see a star, if we could just look up and see a star that's billions of miles away without, any help, then I'd be able to look at the beach when I'm up here and see fucking, watch some chick's ass from up here. Wouldn't you think? I mean, I can see a star that's billions of miles away. Just a thought. Fucking bug. Just flew in my fucking mouth. wonder if anybody's here. I'm gonna look for those motherfuckers, man. I'm expecting to see them today. But I think this spot, I'm not going to change it, but it's kind of fucked up. They sneak around this corner on me. God, man, I gotta change this shirt. Oh, I gotta change this shirt and fucking put my hat up and these fucking bugs are. Yeah, today I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I'm fucking nervous about those fuckers coming around that corner. Like yesterday, the whole time I was here, I fucking watched that corner. Sure enough, I think at this point they'll be looking for me too. It'd be nice if we could be friends. See, look, I'm replacing all the rocks. I mean, all the dirt with the rock. See that? Ugh, fuck, man. Process. Putting more rock and removing dirt. Pretty soon it'll be like the other side. See, the other side's pretty cool. Oh, my sticks are still on it. Yeah, see, the dirt will wash away. You gotta have rocks. It's like a foundation there. Well, it's gonna look pretty cool. It'll be like two pools next to each other. I don't know. Maybe not. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm checking on the way down. Or maybe when the bears get here.